Hello, my name is Bob Pizzey and I'm the Business Development Director for VolkerHighways. I'd like to welcome you to our virtual event that will allow you the chance to explore working with VolkerHighways, Volker Vessels, Atkins and Construction Line, delivering services in Northamptonshire and the East Midlands region. We have set up 4 expo areas for you to explore with our staff and Construction Line staff. Graham Davey, our Group Procurement Director, will explain more about these areas in a few minutes, but they are Operations and Health and Safety, Procurement and Estimating, Business Development and Construction Line. Today we are primarily focused on working in the Northamptonshire and in particular tendering and working on one of the new Northamptonshire Unitary Highway Authorities for their highways term maintenance contracts. The 2 new authorities are North Northamptonshire and West Northamptonshire Councils. They come into existence on the 1st of April 2021, and we are currently at the beginning of a tender process for the new integrated highways term maintenance contract to start in the spring of 2022. We have formed a joint venture partnership with Atkins to deliver fully integrated cradle to grave service. Our partnership with Atkins builds on delivering over £1.2 billion worth of infrastructure projects in the UK over the last 5 years together. And we are currently on 3 major frameworks with Atkins and other Volker vessel companies. The 2 new unitaries are a combination of a split Northamptonshire County Council and the district councils that resided in those relevant areas. There is a map in our slide deck that will show you how that split is working. Estimated spend is £27 million per annum for West Northamptonshire and approximately £23 million per annum for North Northamptonshire. And this will include some of the services currently being delivered by the district councils, and they are likely to be novated into the contract during the life of the contract. Their assets are split into similar proportions, with the West having 2,450 kilometres of road, 2,570 kilometres of footway, 1,400 structures and 81,000 gullies, while the North has 1,825 kilometres of road, 2,500 kilometres of footway, 1,000 structures and 69,000 gullies. So you can see there's still an awful lot of work to be done maintaining those assets and supporting the client and the customer. Both authorities have a focus on the customer, on value for money, asset management, environment and social impact, and on growth. The contracts will potentially be for up to 14 years, with 7 years as the main contract and a further 7 years of extensions to be won through good performance. The Northamptonshire opportunities fit perfectly into supporting VolkerHighways and Atkins' portfolio of clients. As new unitaries, we have the experience to help them establish themselves, deliver their objectives, and with you to bring them value for money and industry best practice. I shall now pass on to my colleagues to explain further around the VolkerHighways Atkins JV. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Jerry Purse and I'm Operations Director for VolkerHighways.
My name is Mark Basram and I'm the Growth Director for Local Transport in Atkins.
So welcome to everyone. We're here to introduce ourselves and to tell you something about the VolkerHighways Atkins joint venture. What's Atkins' experience in this area?
Good question there, Jerry. Yeah, so Atkins, you may be aware, have got a long history in integrated highways. We originally helped shape the market around integrated highways at the outset when services were outsourced. So for a long period of time, we ran our own integrated services business, and at the time that was headed by our president, Phil Hall. We had contracts across the UK, including Northamptonshire prior to the Kia WSP contract, and in Oxfordshire, Cambridgeshire, Peterborough, Essex and Somerset. We ran the integrated highway services contracts for those local authorities. We did sell our business to Skanska in 2013, and then that business actually just recently been sold again to MG Services. So that's our experience, and the reason for coming together with VolkerHighways is to give us the opportunity really to re-enter that market. So in terms of VolkerHighways then, Jerry, what's your experience?
Yes, well, I mean, VolkerHighways operates a number of number of term contracts for unitary authorities in London and across southern England. They all have a value quite similar of our expectation of the initial turnover anyway for Northampton. And many of them are in their second term, so we do focus very much on building a good relationship with our clients and trying to win that second term, which I guess is some validation of what we can offer in terms of service delivery. And a number of them have a similar sort of demographic to Northamptonshire, in that it's a mix of rural and urban roads. So we think we've got a good experience in delivering the contract.
Jerry, from you, what do you expect to see from our supply chain?
Well, I mean, we like to build long-term relationships with our supply chain. It's very important that we help nurture them along and provide them with certainty of work. We like to work with local suppliers, very focused on social value and understand the value that having local people working on the network can bring. We value our supply chain for the experience and knowledge that they bring, and we pride ourselves on paying the supply chain promptly. We're very conscious that particularly some of the smaller supply chain operators need good cash flow, and we're anxious to make sure that they don't suffer at all and that we pay them what they do and promptly. And as I said earlier, we really want to work with them to help them succeed, to help them grow throughout the currency of the contract and future relationships with VolkerHighways Atkins. And what about your expectations of the supply chain then, Mike?
Yeah, no, it's a good one, and very similar actually to what you said, Jerry, really. I mean, one of the key things that I would say that we're looking for is very open, transparent ways of working. We do definitely want ideas for improvement, and we want a supply chain that's eager to provide ideas and new ways of working. And one of the key other things that we would hugely value is really helping us to deliver the social value that we need to as a provider. So employing local people, particularly from some of the harder to reach groups, long-term unemployed, disabled and other disadvantaged groups. So if we can get them into employment, we can make a huge difference to those individuals and to the Northamptonshire economy, and just the whole support to those people. So it's around demonstrating the right behaviours and a collaborative approach with VolkerHighways Atkins that we're looking for in the delivery of these services. And to provide specialist services is also a key thing that we're looking for from our supply chain. We can't provide every specialist service, so in professional services and in the works, we're absolutely confident that the supply chain can add value and can help us to deliver something that will be special for the residents of Northamptonshire. Okay,
well, thanks for the chat, Mike. I hope you all found that useful. I'll now hand over to Graham Davey, Volker Vessels UK Group Procurement Director, who will talk to you more about our supply chain and how you can work with us. Thank you.
I'm Graham Davey, Procurement Director for Volker Vessels Group and VolkerHighways. I'm pleased that so many of you have taken the time to attend our event and find out more about our aspirations. We recognise that you, the supply chain, are the backbone to our business. VolkerHighways embrace, support and encourage our supply chain as part of our open and honest relationship that is embedded in our culture. After all, our supply chain partners represent 70% of our total business revenue. The importance of long-term relationships cannot be underestimated and is fundamental to our partnering ethos. We are pleased that on so many highway term maintenance contracts, we have established collaborative relationships with local vibrant organisations. We seek to replicate this approach for North and West Northamptonshire Council, a key highway service target for us this year. We are committed to responsible and sustainable procurement, and you will find a copy of our Responsible Procurement Declaration on our website. As part of our responsible procurement approach, we are keen to reduce the administrative burden on you, our supply chain. We therefore use Construction Line as our assessment tool rather than a company-specific pre-qualification questionnaire. You do not need to have Construction Line accreditation to tender for work with us, but you must hold a minimum silver level if we work together through a subcontract. For suppliers, we carry out separate material supplier onboarding. At present, that does not need Construction Line accreditation, but may do in the future. You can find out more about Construction Line from their expo stand on the presentation today. We are keen to hear from you and for you to have access to our procurement team. They are available in the expo area for the duration of this event to answer any questions you may have. Access to the expo area is limited, so please be patient. If you can't get in straight away, please feel free to explore other areas in our event. Alternatively, you can go to the expo area and click on the register for a future chat, and a member of our team will contact you in the coming days.